Hey, what's up? I'm Jace Diehl here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, about to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Let's go. Hey, what's up? I'm Jace Diehl here with Kevin Rafferty, the head of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Thank you so much for taking your time to talk.
Thank you, Jace. What a great day. We're open.
Oh, yeah. I just rode it, and honestly, my favorite ride before was Radiator Springs Racers, which you were also part of, a huge part of.
Wow.
And now it's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Wow.
So congratulations.
Thank you. You made my day.
Oh, awesome.
By saying all of that. That's fantastic.
We were talking about before how I was amazed by the technology of the ride. Even something as small as a water fountain with just water coming out amazed me, and I don't understand how it happened. So talk about the technology that went into making this ride.
Okay, well, I love actually the water fountain that first appears in the park. And the technology of the park was, it was actually created in a blacklight environment the first time. Noontime, happy noontime park scene was created in that environment. But of course, we followed all the rules that were established by the Mickey cartoon shorts, that everything had to look hand-drawn. And it had to be all animated because you are inside that cartoon world. And so when we created the fountain, it was an important establishing shot because it's the first scene in the attraction that says, there's something really different about this. It's a cartoon, and yet I'm in it, and yet it's dimensional. It's a flat world, but it feels dimensional. Yeah. And when my special effects team first started working on that fountain, they created it using a series of kind of chase lights, which was really cool. It looked really great. But it kind of stepped on the integrity of the art direction and the world we were trying to keep you in the spell of. And so I kept challenging them and challenging them until finally they landed on kind of a top secret invention that allowed the dimensionality of what would normally be a flat fountain in a cartoon to come to life and be a cartoon water spilling out of it. And then we even took that a step further by creating the soundscape in the attraction that we put the water noise in the fountain, and you totally buy it, you totally believe it.
And I love those Mickey shorts. They're amazing, by Paul Rudish.
Yes, they're so much fun.
And so did you guys have any involvement with the Disney television animation team with the ride?
Well, so, you know, this particular attraction, it is a original Walt Disney Imagineering story, and it is fully scored. It is a musical, and so we reached out to Chris Willis, who was the composer for all of the shorts, because it was really important that it sound like a short.
And did you take any inspiration from any of the classic Disneyland rides? Because I know with some shorts you've taken inspiration from Fantasia and Pinocchio. What other Disney properties did you take inspiration from for this ride?
Well, it's sort of a dizzying hall of mirrors at this point.
Yeah, sure.
Because the shorts are obsessed with the parks.
That's true.
And the parks were sort of riffing on
Potato Land is a huge example of it.
And now the ride is sort of bringing it back again. There's a lot going on. There's the Main Street piano, and there's the monorail. There's all these sort of Disney flavors. It was almost a question of there being too many things.
Oh, wow.
What do we have room for?
Right. What was it like going on the ride for the first time? What was your reaction?
Well, I wanted to cry. I saw Chubby the bird, and I was just so ecstatic. And I think I got to see him twice in the ride.
Cool.
Once in the beginning and once in the end. And then the rest of the ride was just beautiful. There's like a room where you just get swept up in a tornado. And, and it's intense.
And by the way, the soundscape in the attraction, we lovingly created all the sound effects by hand, kind of old school Disney studio.
Wow,
you know, Jimmy McDonald is kind of a connection to Jimmy. He was the voice of Mickey Mouse for 38 years. Walt gave him that job. But he also was the sound effects wizard for the studios and added all the sound effects to all the cartoon shorts and feature movies and animated movies. But he built these contraptions in his garage and he performed them. And so we had a lot of these contraptions that we actually used to create the sounds. So today, in today's day and age, you can go through a digital library and find sound effects, but we all perform them on handmade equipment by hand. In the park finale scene where you hear frogs on the pond going, those aren't really frogs. That's a coffee can with a piece of rubber stretched over the top with a cord and a violin bow going. All the sound effects, old school, with new technology, were produced to create kind of a reminiscent sound of what Disney used to do in the day with all new technology to present it.
That's amazing. I can't wait to ride it again with all this new insight, and thank you again for making such an amazing ride.
Jace. I'm really glad you liked it.
I loved it.